name is Amanda Liles, and I'm a TESOL student here at the Institute. This talk is really inspired by things I've learned about sociolinguistic theory and the structure of language here, but it's also kind of rooted in my own personal experiences. And a lot of it was sparked by something that happened to me when I was a Peace Corps volunteer in China. So before I went to China, I didn't speak any Chinese. They kind of gave us 3 months of training and then sent us out to our communities and said, good luck. And so my students, one thing that would happen is they'd often invite me to go hiking. So on one day, we went to this park and we bought our tickets. It was a great day, but my ticket was cheaper than everybody else's. And I kept asking, like, why is it cheaper? What's going on? And you know, it was like beyond their English level. It was way beyond my Chinese level, but I kept hearing these words. They'd be like, blah, 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 blah in Chinese, and I kept hearing like, Tanji, Tanji, over and over. And I'm like, oh, I bet those words are important. So I remembered them, and I went home, and I got on my computer, and I tried to Google Translate. And after a long time, I found these characters. And the thing about Chinese is, you know, you can break apart the characters and figure out, oh, what's the meaning, and how is it pronounced? So I tried to do that with these, and I found out some interesting stuff. So this character over here, the first part meant bad or vicious or depraved. I'm like, what? And then the second one is actually based off an image of a man being shot through with an arrow, which at first I was like, that's pretty cool, like very literal. But then I'm like, wait, the components of these characters are not the components of my character. And it bothered me. I'm like, I'm not depraved. But it built this awareness in me. I'm like, well, to be fair to Chinese, we do this in English. And when I broke down the word in English to the smallest bits of meaning, I found absence of, you know, ability, this absence of being capable. And that really bothered me because that's not how I define myself. It conflicted with this identity because in my family, we don't have can't or incapable in our vocabulary. And my best friend growing up actually constructed my difference as a benefit. We would sword fight, she'd hit me in the arm, and then I would like make my prosthetic arm fall off. So I thought that made me kind of badass. So I learned this lesson early on, is that my life and who I am is going to be defined by the stuff that I do, and that's going to be from my heart and my soul and what's important to me, and that to me, it's not the absence of anything. It's quite the opposite. And so when I got thinking about language and all of these things, and just in classes here, it brought this to my attention. My whole life, I have been trying to abolish this affix. I have been trying to drop this dis from my life because as a person, I'm not this prefix. And I realized that, you know, it's not just striking this word from our language, it's striking this sort of attitude that we have, this bottom-up view of language, picking out a word and using that as a label for a person or a sentence. You know, if you say, oh, she has a disability, that's important. But that's not my most important truth. My most important truth is that, you know, I love tacos and bacon. So we got to get rid of this affix, but we got to get rid of this bottom-up view of language, you know, and this is what happens. If you do this, you just focus on a word or you focus on one aspect, you're taking somebody's little tiny supporting detail and you're trying to make it their main idea. And that just makes a really bad story. So we should stop doing that. And so I propose, you know, just knowing that words are a powerful thing and language is awesome. And this whole idea of like sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. But the thing is, we can use words, we can use language to heal and not hurt. And the way that we do this is by putting it in its context, by putting it in the world and with the people that are around us. So I like to think about my identity as a story. And I'm writing this story every day, and it's not perfect every day. I have to make some edits. I have to delete some words quite often. But I'm doing that with all of you right now. I'm doing it in every moment. And that's the true beauty, and that's the true power of language. That's the true power of words, is that it's so contextualized. It's so shaped by everybody that we're meeting, by everything that we're doing, everything we've done in our past, and everything that we imagine that we're going to do in our futures. That context is what language is all about. So picking words out of it is just ruining language, you know? Let's keep that beauty, let's expand it. So the point is, it's all socially situated, and that's what I love about conversations or writing messages back and forth with people is we're constantly negotiating our meaning. What you mean by this might be different than what I mean, but we're working together to find that meaning. And we're negotiating our identities and who we are in that exact moment, and it's awesome. And this is kind of what I came to realize in China. After those characters, after those words, I knew that's not how people actually viewed me. You know, my students every day, they showed me so much love and support. We spent time together watching Beyonce videos and Taylor Swift singing songs. Like, we created these identities, and we got to know each other on a deeper level. And, you know, I taught them how to make tacos, and they ate them with chopsticks, and I thought that was awesome. Like, we are negotiating these identities, and it was so great. And, you know, the big part about this is creating the time and space, the right environment to have these conversations, the right environment to shape our identities. And, you know, we're always adding to our story. We're always thickening our plot. And so I saw all these moments in China as an opportunity for me to keep shaping who I was. Who I was in the past is gone. I'm changing to be a new person, but it's also forming who I'm going to be in the future. It formed to put me here right now with all of you. So the thing about a great story, a great identity is that, yeah, you're always going to have one hero, main character, but the best stories have an amazing cast of characters. You need those supporting people. You need those details. So everyone, we all need to go out there and write our stories, get our cast of characters. And if there's one thing I hope you take away from today, it's that you should continue to shape your identity, shape your story, but create that time and space for other people to shape theirs as well. And perhaps if you do this, then they'll invite you to be part of their next chapter. I know I would. Thank you.